In recent years, the world of technology has been going through one of the most large-scale transformations in the entire history of the industry. What not long ago seemed like science fiction is today gradually becoming part of everyday reality. Artificial intelligence has ceased to be just a tool inside programs and is beginning to turn into an independent technological platform around which the future of the entire industry is being built. And if earlier, the main competition between technology giants took place around smartphones, operating systems, and cloud services, now the center of this competition is gradually shifting toward artificial intelligence. Companies are investing billions of dollars in the development of new models, infrastructure, chips, and software platforms. But more and more often the question arises, what will be the next step? Many experts are confident that the next stage of the evolution of technologies will be the emergence of a completely new class of devices. Devices created not around applications and screens, but around artificial intelligence. That is why the largest technology companies in the world are already beginning to work on devices that may become the first generation of so-called AI devices. According to insiders, one of such companies right now is Google. According to the latest leaks from the technology industry, the company is actively working on a completely new device, which inside the company is considered as one of the most ambitious projects in recent years. This project, according to sources, is being developed in close connection with the Google AI ecosystem. The main idea is to make artificial intelligence not just a service inside a phone or computer, but a fully fledged physical device that will be able to interact with the user on a completely new level. So far, the exact characteristics of this device remain unknown. Google has not made official statements about the project, and all information comes only from insiders familiar with the development. However, some details are already gradually beginning to appear. According to sources inside the company, the project is considered as one of the key steps in the new AI race that is now unfolding between the largest technology corporations. Today, Google is already one of the leaders in the field of artificial intelligence. Models like Gemini, a huge data center infrastructure, its own AI chips, and many years of experience in machine learning allow the company to hold very strong positions in this field. But the industry itself is starting to move further, and if earlier artificial intelligence existed mainly inside cloud services and applications, now companies are starting to think about how to bring AI into the physical world. This is where a new phase of technological competition begins. According to insiders, Google does not want to lag behind this trend and is already actively working on its first AI device. The main goal of the project is to make artificial intelligence as accessible as possible for users. This device should become a kind of physical interface for Google AI. Some sources claim that the device may function as a next-generation personal AI assistant. Unlike traditional voice assistants that we know today, this assistant will be able to understand context, analyze the surrounding environment, and interact with the user in a much more natural way. In fact, we are talking about a new type of interaction between humans and technology. If smartphones became the main device of the digital era of the last 15 years, then AI devices may become the main device of the next technological cycle. It is interesting that Google is not the only company moving in this direction. According to analysts, 2026 may become one of the most important years in the history of the artificial intelligence industry. And the reason for this is that several of the largest companies are simultaneously preparing their own AI devices. For example, according to rumors, the company OpenAI is also working on its own device, which should become a physical interface for ChatGPT. The idea is to turn AI from a program into a fully fledged device that will be able to constantly accompany the user. It may be a device without the familiar smartphone interface. Some sources suggest that such devices may not have a traditional screen at all. Instead, interaction may take place through voice, cameras, sensors, and artificial intelligence that will understand the context of what is happening around. At the same time, the company Apple, according to analysts, is also preparing its own next-generation AI solutions. Apple is already actively integrating artificial intelligence into its devices, and many believe that in the future, the company may present a completely new type of device that will be built around Apple intelligence. Thus, a new technological race is gradually being formed. Google, OpenAI, and Apple, three of the largest players in the field of AI, may soon present their own devices created specifically for the era of artificial intelligence. That is why the Google project is now attracting such interest within the industry. According to insiders inside the company, this project is seen as an opportunity not just to participate in the AI race, but to try to break ahead. Google already has a huge advantage in the form of its infrastructure. The company operates some of the largest data centers in the world. Its AI models are used by billions of users through search, Android, YouTube, and other services. And if Google can combine this infrastructure with a new type of AI device, this could create a completely new ecosystem. Some experts even suggest that in the long term, such devices may begin to compete with smartphones. Today, the smartphone is the main technological device for most people. But if AI assistants become sufficiently smart and convenient, they may change the way humans interact with technology. Imagine a device that constantly understands the context of your life. It knows your schedule. It helps plan tasks. It can control a smart home. It can answer questions, translate conversations, help with work, and even create content. In fact, this could become a new level of personal computer. According to insiders, it is exactly this approach that is now being considered inside Google. The company wants to create a device that will be closely integrated with its AI models. This device may become the central element of a new Google AI ecosystem. It is interesting that inside the industry, possible development scenarios for such devices are already beginning to be discussed. Some assume that AI devices may become a kind of smart companions. They may accompany the user throughout the day, helping to solve a wide variety of tasks. Other experts believe that such devices may become a new type of interface between humans and the internet. Instead of searching for information through a screen, the user can simply interact with AI directly. Artificial intelligence will understand the question, analyze the information, and give an answer. At the same time, the entire complex process of data processing will take place in the cloud. But for the user, it will look like a simple conversation with a smart device. That is why many companies are now investing huge resources in the development of such technologies. According to insiders, Google has already conducted several closed demonstrations of early prototypes of the device. These demonstrations took place inside the company and were available only to a limited circle of employees and partners. Some sources claim that a closed test of the device may take place closer to the end of this year. This test should become an important stage for the project. It will allow the company to understand how users will interact with a new type of device. It will also help Google assess the potential of a new category of products. If the tests turn out to be successful, the company may accelerate development and begin preparing the device for a broader launch. The industry is beginning to move toward a new era, an era where artificial intelligence becomes not just a technology inside devices, but the device itself. And if Google is indeed preparing its first AI device, this could become one of the most interesting technological launches in the coming years. Because what is at stake is not just a new gadget. What is at stake is the future of how people will interact with technology. And perhaps we are only at the very beginning of this new technological revolution.